Good morning guys. Today's video we're going to do a bit of a tool review. I'm going to take you through my top 3 tools, and what I'll do at the end of the video is I'll put links in the description to where you can buy them. So let's get into it. Tool number 1 are these Dalek shears. They're super lightweight, they come super sharp, and they're great when you don't want to get the power tool out. So one of the things I use them for is trimming hedges. The other thing you can use it for is when you're composting materials, you can throw them in, into a wheelbarrow or something, and use these to chop them up really small pieces before adding them in. One thing to be mindful with these, and I've fallen foul of this, so I've got to get this set repaired, is don't cut anything too thick. Read the specification as to what is the maximum they recommend cutting, and try to make sure you're only cutting that sort of thickness of material. Otherwise, you'll get a small bending, and you'll see these don't quite come together unless I force them now. So these unfortunately need repairing. Tool number 2 is the common simple garden hoe. Now, I never owned a hoe for a number of years until I had this sort of bed here, and it was really weedy all the time, and I was really struggling to keep on top of it. And having a hoe made this so much easier. This one here is particularly long because I'm reasonably tall. This one makes sure I don't have to bend my back too much. It's much easier when you're going to be hoeing for quite a long period of time. It's got quite a sharp edge as well, which makes it easier to sort of go under that soil, especially when the soil now is quite dry and quite hard to get under. But just when you're doing buying a hoe, make sure you've got one that's the right size for you, and is something you're going to find easy to use, because if you want a nice weed-free garden, it's something you're going to be using quite often. So it's really good to make sure you get one that fits you. Right, so I've got a bonus tool here to talk about, which is a weed puller. This is a Fiskars one, but these things are great for if you've got a really weedy lawn. Now, my dad is always rinsing me for how many weeds I have in my lawn. And with this, I'm able to actually make a dent in them and get them out. What you got to make sure you do afterwards, once you pull the weed, make sure you have some grass seed and compost to hand so you can fill in the hole. I'll just show you how this one basically works, and I think they all work the same. Find the center of it. Push it in like so, stand on the lever, and then just pull back, and ta-da, pulled out this nice big root. And all you got to do is when you're at your compost heap is pump it, and it pops off into your compost heap. Nice and simple. Now, the third and final tool of the video is the Opinel number 7 garden knife. This knife came extremely sharp, dangerously sharp. It's got a great blade, and it keeps that sharpness. Now, I use this one a lot. I used this for cutting turf the other day, so I need to get it resharpened. But it's a brilliant knife, really compact. One thing to note with any garden knife is the UK law says you can't carry a knife that's over 3 inches long in public. So this one here is about 3 and a bit inches long. So unfortunately, I'm going to make sure I don't leave this in my pocket when I go out and things like that. Otherwise, that is against the law. But having a garden knife is great for harvesting, great for cutting twine and bits of string, or even cutting a root out of soil, depending on how much you look after your knives. But get a good one, and these things will last you a lifetime. So that concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed watching this sort of tool review. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again for more garden videos.